Character stories, self-control. Self-control is keeping your emotions in check. It's balancing your wants and your needs. It's being mature. There are many ways to show self-control. Jackie had a temper. Little things made her angry. She tried really hard to control it. Her teacher showed her how to count to 10 before saying something when she got angry. It saved her from saying a lot of unkind things that she really didn't mean. Jackie was learning self-control. Henry loved to eat sweet stuff. His mom didn't let him have too much, though. He only got to eat cookies and cake on rare occasions, so when he got some, he ate it slowly. He saved some for the next day and the next. He didn't want to eat it all at once, or it'd be gone. Henry had self-control.
How do you show self-control?
Character stories, honesty. Honesty is always telling the truth. It is about being trustworthy and loyal. There are many ways to show honesty. Manny was the classroom's money collector for special events. Whenever the classroom did a collection and gathered money, the class trusted Manny to do it. If he found a penny on the ground, he tried to find the owner. He wouldn't take a cent that wasn't his. Manny was very honest. Gretchen always told the truth, no matter what. Gretchen wouldn't even lie when a bully wanted her to lie about what she'd seen her doll. All of Gretchen's friends wouldn't let anything happen to her, either. They all loved Gretchen for being so honest.
How do you show honesty?
Character stories, respect. Respect is showing appreciation and listening to others. It is recognizing the good in others and honoring what they do for us. There are many ways to show respect. Dean really liked Mr. Matthews' class. Mr. Matthews knew a lot about science. Dean always tried to stump Mr. Matthews with hard questions, but he hadn't stumped his teacher yet. He would keep trying. He really appreciated how Mr. Matthews answered his questions, even after class. Gina loved figure skating. Part of it was because she had the best coach ever. Gina's coach was great at skating, so she understood exactly what Gina went through as she learned. Gina respected her coach's abilities and advice.
How do you show respect?
Character stories, friendship. Friendship is believing in each other. Friendship is caring, sharing, and sticking together, too. There are many ways to show friendship. The bus was coming soon, and Ron didn't have his stuff packed up. He was having a hard day. Tim and Dan helped Ron pack his stuff up quickly so he could make it to the bus on time. They were showing their friendship for Ron. Karen's best friend, Tara, was in the hospital. She had all of her classmate Tara get well cards. Then she visited her friend in the hospital. Tara's other friends were scared to see her when she was sick, but Karen cared about Tara and stuck with her no matter what. Karen was a good friend.
How do you show friendship?
Character stories, caring. Caring is paying attention to others, protecting others, and being considerate. There are many ways to be caring. Dean was friends with everyone in his class. He was even friends with Scott, who was really shy. No one else even talked to Scott, but Dean always asked him what he thought. He made sure to include him, too. After a while, people started to see that Scott was a really nice kid. It was all because Dean cared about Scott. Susan was friends with Joan. Joan was really sick and she was missing a lot of school. Every day in class, Susan wrote an extra set of notes for Joan. She visited Joan twice a week to bring homework and notes to her. Joan was so happy. When she got better, she wasn't behind in school because Susan cared about her.
How do you show caring?
Character stories, cleanliness. Cleanliness is keeping yourself and your surroundings clean and organized. There are many ways to be clean. Casey was a bit of a nut about germs. She always helped her teacher clean the desks. She wiped them down every day after school. She washed her hands a lot, too. It's important to wash them after using the bathroom or before you eat. She just liked to be clean and she almost never got sick. Thomas was Mr. Tidy. He loved straightening things and keeping them neat. He didn't like to see people making messes. He made sure his classroom team kept their areas neat. Then he made sure the class didn't make a mess of their lunch tables. Thomas liked things nice and neat.
How do you show cleanliness?
Character stories, integrity. Integrity is being pure, honest, and sincere. It's about doing the right thing even when no one is looking. There are many ways to show integrity. Kids started talking about John. Peter was John's friend. He could have laughed. He could have joked along because John wasn't there to hear it. He didn't do that. Peter told the people to stop talking about John because it wasn't a nice thing to do. Peter had integrity. Jen liked to gossip. Candace was her best friend. Candace didn't like how Jen gossiped. One time, the gossip was actually about Jen. Jen saw how gossip hurt people's feelings. Candace helped her to stop gossiping. Jen doesn't gossip anymore because it's not right.
How do you show integrity?
Character stories, fairness. Fairness is making things equal for everyone. It is also about taking turns and following rules. There are many ways to be fair. Rita was a real stickler for the rules. Some people complained about it, but she liked a fair game. If she lost a game, she lost because she didn't play as well, not because of cheating. The other kids called her the umpire because she was so fair. Ken was the classroom snack helper. He was the best at making sure everyone got their fair share. No one ever complained about not getting as much as someone else. He was very careful to give everyone the same amount. Everyone liked that about Ken.
How do you show fairness?
Character stories, patience. Patience is waiting and taking turns. Patience is trying again and again until you get something right. There are many ways to show patience. Carol was starving. She was so hungry that she thought she would actually faint. She really wanted to run in front of everyone and get her lunch first. She knew that other people were probably hungry, too. So she waited and she was just fine. She didn't faint from hunger after all. Carol was patient. No one wanted to work with Norm in math class. Norm took the longest on every problem, test, and quiz. Everyone tried to be patient, but it was hard. Greg was patient. He waited for Norm. He showed him shortcuts and tricks to get done faster. Norm was so happy.
How do you show patience?
Character stories, compassion. Compassion is showing empathy, kindness, and charity. It is also thinking about others. There are many ways to show compassion. Heather was always the first person to help when someone in the class was sad. If someone came in crying or sad, she always gave them a hug. She was there to listen. If someone got upset in class, she could make them feel better. Heather had compassion. Tommy liked to help people when they needed it. He opened doors if someone's hands were full. If you dropped your stuff, he'd be the one to help you pick it up. He didn't laugh at people because he knew how it felt to be laughed at. Tommy was great at showing kindness.
How do you show compassion?